NB183 is a series of serial port server products, which can realize the networking, cloud and other functions of serial port devices. It has 8 RS485 interfaces and 4 RS232 interfaces, which can meet up to 8-channel serial port conversion at the same time. This debugging will explain how to use NB183 for two-way transmission of Ethernet data and serial port data. Physical connection. Debugging requires the use of a USB to RS485 converter to simulate the serial port device in the actual situation using the computer. This time, the E810 RS-U01 device developed by iBirth is used, which can meet the needs of USB to RS485. RS485 configuration connection mode is, the A and B interfaces of E810 RS-U01 are connected to the A and B interfaces of RS485-1 of NB183 server respectively. Use a network cable to connect NB183 and the computer, plug in the power supply, and start successfully when you see the indicator light, power, on. Debugging demonstration. The method of connecting NB183 to the computer has been explained in detail in Serial Port Server NB183, Upper Computer Debugging. It will not be repeated here. By default, the connection has been successfully. XCOM and Network Debugging Assistant are required for debugging. The software can be found in the relevant download of NB183 on the official website of eBate. To open the NB183 Upper Computer software, first of all, let's set the Port 1 network working mode to the TCP server. And the serial port baud rate is 115,200. After the setting is completed, click Save Configuration, and click to restart the device to complete the configuration. Turn on the Network Assistant, select TCP Client mode. The remote host is the NB183 IP address, 192.168.3.7. And configure the local port number of the remote port as NB183. Here, set the port number of port 8001 and click Connect. After successful connection, you can see the port 1 indicator light on the NB183 server, which is a successful connection. Open the XCOM software. Select the serial slogan of the E810 RS-U01 connection, and set the serial port baud rate to 115,208 N1. Open the serial port when you are finished. Send any content with XCOM software, and you can see that the Network Assistant software receives the same data. The RS232 debugging method is the same as the RS485 debugging method. You can use the DB9 interface to connect to the NB183 server. The computer simulation serial port device is used here for testing. Use a RS232 dedicated USB adapter to connect NB183 and the computer. XCOM and Network Assistant software are configured as port 2 channel parameters. Use XCOM and Network Assistant software to send arbitrary data to observe the situation of the two device windows. The configuration of NB183 is simple, supports upper computer configuration, and can easily realize the networking, cloud and other functions of serial port devices. Rich indicator light effects provide feedback on different operating states of the device. Industrial grade standards to meet various usage scenarios.